Howdy YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we've got the clear coat stage on this, what is it, a Hyundai Tucson. Geez, I don't even look half the day, half the time, so it kind of doesn't really matter. It's just, yeah, it is, it's a Tucson. To me, it's just a few panels that need a different colour paint on them. Anyway, let's get into it. You stay there for a second, don't fall down. I'll get my respirator on, bear with me. Oh, this is why you subscribe to the Gunman Raw, for this top quality content. You get to see the top of my head. So yeah, I've got the Performance Pro Clear in the gun, and the other day I smashed the TE10 air cap back on, and it did a really good job. So I've been using it for a few days, and yeah, been loving it. So yeah, Performance Pro Clear, we're on our last can, and then we're going to be moving back over to the Extreme Clear full time. I don't know, these days I don't go for glory. I just go for a nice finish, go for that nice factory look. I'm not after like a dead flat finish. I've found that you're just best off just going for that factory finish. If you go too far, then you're probably going to get solvent foil. Like, it might look good, and then in a day or two you'll get that solvent foil coming up and you'll get gloss drop. So you're best off just going for just a nice finish. So obviously this is part of a bigger job, but this boot is, honestly, it's just a normal size boot. It's a standard size boot, but yeah, I wouldn't fit all those parts. It's got front and rear bumpers, front and rear bumpers, door guard, I think that was it, and a couple of door handles. So I'm going to give that a couple of minutes, not too long. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes in between coats. That bonnet doesn't look great yet, but it will. So what I'm looking for on my first coat is just a nice thin coat. You don't want it too heavy. And then give it a couple of minutes, let it flash off just a little bit, and then go for a nice, a bit wetter on your second coat. But again, just don't, I don't know, I don't like going too far, or else you just end up getting that solvent foil, like I was saying. So what are we going to do with that? Are you going to... and then do that. I don't know, I think that he must have already set that hinge, so he didn't want me to paint it off the car, so I said, oh, whatever, I don't mind. That was a little bit of, well, a big bit of fluff. I don't know, man. I got it in the base coat, but what I've found with this stuff is, like, you sand like one big bit out of your base coat, and then when you sand it, you get all this dust over the and you just make it worse, you know. So sometimes just leave it, man. It's probably about all we really need. Like, it sort of flashes off pretty quickly, this stuff. Yeah, there's dust all through this job. Hopefully the second coat fills it up a bit. I actually have to re-repair this one because the filler repair wasn't very good enough. I have to re-repair it and re-prime it. guy that usually does the car yard job did this one. So I mixed up 630 mils of clear coat for this job. That's 100, 200, 300. So per panel. 100 for a door, 200 for a quarter panel, including the cab rail, and 300 for the bonnet. That's 600, and then I went an extra 30 mils just for good measure. Just in case, because sometimes, you know, bonnet, you can use a little bit more on a bonnet. I used to be closer to 350 for a bonnet, but I have actually cut it down. And that's partly just because, like I was saying, I don't go for glory. Again, you know, in the middle of summer, I might find that I use that 350 again. Because that was more the amount that I used to use on when I was there in Perth. So yeah, the time of year can change things like that. As it's drying quicker, you need to get it on wetter and put more on type thing. Now I'm hoping I'm going to have enough. It's actually looking pretty damn good, this job. Never will I take STANDOX paint for granted again. Oh man, that was like just enough. I actually just had enough there, I can't even believe that. There's not even any dry patches through here. Wow. Alright. I have done that before a few times. There you go. You might sort of look at that and say, why did you mix up 630 mils? Why not just 600? Well, that's why, because it's exactly the right amount. But there we go, there is a little bit of silicone there. Yeah, there's a little bit of silicone in that one, or a fish eye, some people like to call them fish eyes. I noticed that in the first coat. But yeah, look, apart from that, the rest of the job's actually pretty clean, but we've got that big one, a big bit of fluff in that quarter panel too. As I said, that was actually from the base coat stage, and I did see it, but I had one of them the other day and I fixed it and I got rid of it, but it made it kind of, what I ended up with was worse than just leaving that one big one. You ended up with like 100 little ones, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're going to have any to do that little silicone spot or what? We do need a couple of drops there. That'll be enough. We just got to dab a bit in while it's, and then like while it's still wet, it's going to sort of help flow out. That's where these little touch-up tips. There you go, perfect. Or a little bit more. Yeah, that's where these little touch-up tips, they're really handy. Single use, you just, I mean, I've heard some people reuse them, but they're always like sterile and clean, and yeah, I don't always need them, but when I do, they're very handy. Let's have a close-up look at that job. I'm leaving early today, so, well, by early I mean 4:30, which is actually normal time. But I used to, well, up till the last couple of days I've been doing an hour's overtime every day, but we're a bit quiet out there at the moment. So there you go, TE10s, Sprayland, Pro Light. Killer job, mate. Have a look at that finish though, it's so good. 1.3. Effortless this shit is, man, I swear. And that is actually a really nice clean
again. Killer. Rightio guys, if you would like to support this show, be sure to go and check out the link in the description. You can go and buy yourself some Gunman merchandise, including these awesome Gunman edition spray suits. You've got hats, drink coolers, t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. Be sure to support this show if you would like to. Until next time, get out there and paint some shit. Gunman out.